It's early morning here, and I'm going to cook some grits. And not just your regular directions for the grits. Mine are a little different. So we're going to have actually about servings for 2 people. And we're going to fill this up with about 2 cups of water. And then we're going to turn the heat on high and get this to boiling. But I'm going to sprinkle just a little bit of salt in there first. And we all know it boils a little faster if you'll put the lid on then. Okay. It is boiling pretty nicely, so we're going to whisk in actually a 1/2 cup of the quick cook grits. And it says it cooks in 5 minutes. We're actually going to do it in 15. This is a different recipe than I would use for my shrimp and grits because I cook that in chicken stock. But for breakfast, I do use water, but we're going to season this well. Trust me. Watch for the butter. It's coming. All right. You really need to catty corner this at this point, and I'll tell you why in just a second. Now, grits are covered in a starch, and it has to boil off, and it takes just a couple of minutes to do that. So make sure you do not put that flat on there, or you're going to end up with it boiling over, and it's going to make a mess because the grits are going to get on there, and you're going to have to wipe them off and let it cool, and I can just go on and on. But anyway, just don't do it. Trust me. Do catty corner like that, see? Now, one thing I want to mention, I turn it down to about a level 3, which is medium-low, to simmer. And it's going to look like it's thickening up. And occasionally I just open it up and I just stir it with the whisk. And notice I have a silicone whisk. I like to be kind to my cookware. And you will continue to do this for about 8 to 10 minutes. And it's going to look thick like that. And we're going to add something to it. Guess what? Look. Bet you were thinking butter. No, about 1/3 cup of heavy whipping cream. And then rinse that container out you had in the measuring cup with another 1/3 cup of water. And we're going to put that as well. Now, I want you to whisk that, and I want you to set your timer for 5 minutes. So that'll make it a total of 15 minutes, but we're still going to let that come back up to a simmer. And, yeah, it's going to be good, y'all. I promise. And here comes the butter. Whoop, whoop. 2 tablespoons of butter. And we are going to whisk that in. And you see how creamy everything is getting, the way it's cooking. Now I want you to leave the top off. And you can cook them down on low as thick as you want them. Okay? And just whisk them every so often. So now's the time to let's see how creamy and delicious they are. See how thick they are with that cream? Oh man, they taste divine. But that's at the point when you know if they need a little bit more seasoning or not. So I decided that they needed a little bit more salt. And of course, if you've watched me, you know how much we love black pepper. So just put a few grinds with the pepper grinder, or probably a good 1/2 teaspoon. One more little shake of the whisk there to get them all, and I think they're ready. One more little final taste. And these are mine, so I can double dip if I want to. Now, I'm putting them in a large bowl, and from this, you could probably serve really 3 people, but it's 2 very large cereal bowls full or 1 large serving bowl full. But anyway, these were mostly for demo. I'm going to eat some out of them for breakfast, and believe it or not, even Pepper likes them. So once they cool down, I'll give her just a few. A few things to note. Do you see that steam coming off that bowl? Those are extremely hot. If you're going to give any to children, please cool them down appropriately in a shallow bowl and make sure they're not too hot for them, please. And also, you can add a few pats of butter just to make them picture perfect. And that's a beautiful serving display. The other thing I want to tell you is if you'll look to the right where the burner was, it did boil over a little bit because I was showing you that you really don't need to leave the lid on tightly. You catty corner it. But if you do have a boil over, you wait until your stove is completely cool before you clean it. And then if you'll take a paper towel and cover it with water and just let it sit up there a while, it'll loosen and you can clean it right off. Now let's dig into these delicious, hot, buttery, creamy grits that are out of this world and extraordinary. And they'll take your brunch and kick it up a notch. Definitely. Enjoy. Thank you for watching. God bless you.